Hey everyone, welcome back to Pajama Crafts, where I do crafts in my pajamas. Happy Memorial Day! I'm Sarah, and today I have 3 patriotic DIYs for you. These are great for Memorial Day and all the way into the 4th of July. And for some people like me, you may just like to keep them up all year round. So to start off the first project, I have 3 shadow boxes from Dollar Tree. You're gonna hate me probably a little bit because I am not as much into the black and white buffalo check as everyone else is, so I'm going to be painting over these. So don't hate me, but I'm just ripping off the middle part. Some of the little blocks that are holding up the middle part came off, but that's okay. I'm taking 3 squares from a previous DIY that I did with these shadow boxes. My circles were not all the same size, and I wanted these to all be the same size in the middle, so I'm just using these 3 that I saved from my last DIY. So I have my red, white, and blue chalk paint. The white and the red are Waverly chalk paint from Walmart, and then the blue one is some folk art paint that I got from Amazon a long time ago, but I'm sure they have blue at Walmart as well that you can get in the Waverly chalk paint. So I'm just painting each box a different color, 1 white, 1 red, and 1 blue. And I did have to do quite a few coats on each one just to cover up the colors in the background. The wood was pretty easy to cover, but the background was a little bit more difficult. The black and white check ones actually took me about 3 or 4 coats. You guys, we are almost to 5,000 subscribers, so thank you so much to everyone who watches and comments and likes my videos. I really appreciate you, and I so appreciate it if you share my videos as well. As soon as we get to those 5,000 subscribers, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. Hopefully that should be here within the next video or 2. And so I'm so excited because I should be able to give away some of my patriotic DIYs that you can use to decorate before the 4th of July. Of course, I will have some pictures of Brie at the end of this video like usual. And I might also add in a little video of her cousin teaching her how to roar like a lion. It's adorable. So stay tuned till the end to see those. So next I'm painting 2 of the middle squares white and then 1 black. I'm stenciling on the letters USA with my stencil from Michaels, and then I have some little foam brushes that are flat on the bottom. I really like these for sponging on the paint and not letting it bleed through underneath my stencil. I'm using some white paint to distress the black areas of my project, and I'm using some black paint for the white areas, and I just am dry brushing this onto my project until it's as distressed as I like it. I'm also using some of the black to distress all of the boxes, and I'm just doing the same thing, dry brushing that on. I always wipe it off on a paper towel first just to make sure I don't have too much on my brush. I can always add more, but I don't like going back over with more paint if I get too much on. So I just start off with a little bit. Using hot glue to glue in the center pieces, and this project is finished. Next we have this star from Dollar Tree. I think it's really cute, but I just don't love glitter. So I'm going to turn it over and use the back, which also makes it kind of fun because then it'll be reversible if you do like the front. But I'm just taking a straight piece of wood that I have. You can use anything, a ruler, whatever you have on hand. And I'm just making a line down the middle. I went a little too far, but that's okay. We're going to paint over it. I'm just making some lines. I want to make this look like a flag. So I'm just, and this is kind of sideways for you guys. So the blue part will be to the left like you saw in the first picture. But I'm just making a little square on the side, and I didn't measure anything. I just eyeballed it, but you definitely can. And then I'm going in with some of that blue paint and just covering that entire space. Using that same piece of wood to make straight lines, I'm just going in and making stripes across for the stripes in the flag. I'm just making some lines that are easy to follow with my white paint pen, and then I will be painting those in with some of that white chalk paint and then the red chalk paint as well. I did have to give this one a couple coats on each color as well. I got these little wooden stars as a gift, but I think you can get them on Amazon. And if you don't want to use these, you don't have to at all. You could paint little stars onto it and it'd be just as cute. But I already had these on hand, so I wanted to use them. I just kind of poured them out onto the star and then rearranged them a little bit more. Just really random because there are 3 different sizes. So I wasn't gonna line them up or anything, but and then I just used my hot glue gun to glue them down. They're really tiny, so it's a little bit difficult. You could use some Mod Podge or something like that and just over the whole thing, and then add the stars to the wet Mod Podge, and that would work really well too. But I didn't want to wait for the paint of my stripes to dry, so I just went ahead and used some hot glue, and then I went over it with some more black paint and just to distress it, and I even went over the stars too, and I thought that turned out really cute. Just using some twine to make a new hanger for the top, and this star is finished. It's probably my favorite of all 3 projects. I think it turned out so cute and rustic, and this one I'm going to be keeping in my home. For our last project, we have this heart from Dollar Tree. I really like the inside of it, but not so much the glittery outside piece of the heart. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect these by cutting it with my scissors. And then we're going to go ahead and flip over the back or the outside piece of the heart and paint it on the back. And I'm just using that same blue chalk paint that I used on the last 2 projects. Dry brushing some black paint onto the heart just to make it a little bit more distressed. I'm using some hem string from Walmart for that thinner string to connect the heart in the middle, and then I'm using some twine just to make a new hanger. For my bow at the top, I'm using some ribbon. I believe this was from Hobby Lobby or Walmart, but you can definitely use the ribbon from Dollar Tree. I just had this on hand, so I wanted to use it up. And I just fold the top piece over in thirds to make the bow. And then for the tails of my bow, I'm just adding one more piece to the bottom. And then I tie this with some jute string. And I just cut off the excess little tails of my jute string. And then we're using my hot glue gun to go around the middle, add another middle piece to cover up that twine. And I just think the bow turns out so cute. As you can see, I was struggling a bit to get the tails to come down the way I wanted them to, so I just ended up using a little bit of hot glue to keep them in place instead of just going straight out on the edges, and it worked perfectly. And then I just glued that to my heart and it was finished. Let me know which project turned out to be your favorite down in the comments below. Stick around for those pictures of Brie and enjoy those. Thanks for watching. Bye! Show her how you roar.